Was 4 parts really not enough? You want even more indie games? Okay, fine, twist my arm. First up is Phonopolis. You play as a guy named Felix who has accidentally discovered that the authoritarian government he lives under is corrupt. Fight back against your oppressors in a completely handcrafted world. Windswept has a very fun and very unforgiving demo on Steam where you control a turtle and a duck just trying to find their way home. The game is on Kickstarter right now, and you can help it reach some more of its stretch goals up until April 20th. Dead Heat has this gothic and gloomy setting that takes place 30 years after the end of a zombie apocalypse. This is a detective game where your words are your best weapon and will help you uncover some dark truths. Plant trees, spread your roots, and explore the underground in Rootown. Travel to different biomes, clean pollutants from the soil, and build a happy and thriving community. A much needed fresh take on farming sims, if you ask me. Diluvian Ultra is a single-player first-person shooter focusing on a retro aesthetic and fast-paced strategic combat. The game is set in its own expansive universe and takes a pretty cool and colorful approach to its weapons and enemies. Possibly my favorite art style on this list, UKIYO is a story-based adventure game set in cyberspace. You control the main character, Kai, a samurai cat, as he tries to figure out why he was trapped in this virtual world and how he can escape it. This next one looks like a classic pirate adventure set in a colorful open world. In Seablip, you'll upgrade your ship and hire crew, adventure out on the seas in search of treasure, and investigate why the polar ice caps are melting. Exophobia, which has a free demo up right now, is all about fighting your way through a crashed spaceship infested with hordes of aliens. Discover the backstory of the ship's crew and search for survivors as you try to get out of this mess alive. Inspired by Celtic folklore, Forge of the Fae follows an inventor called Fiora on her journey to investigate a series of strange disappearances. This one promises plenty of twists, turns, and surprises with a modern approach to its turn-based combat and RPG systems. Ever dream of burglarizing hideous farmhouses in the middle of nowhere? In Keepsake County, you'll only have moments before the cops arrive to rob a house and make your escape. If you're caught, residents will call the police even sooner, or take the law into their own hands. The Machine That Breathes is a survival horror game about waking up in a post-apocalyptic underground city in a cyborg body. Scavenge for ammo, solve puzzles, fight off enemies, and try out the demo on Steam. I know a lot of you are looking forward to this one. Mina the Hollower, from the makers of Shovel Knight, is an action-packed game with a very cool-looking burrowing mechanic. If you're looking for a rewarding challenge, this one will definitely be for you. Echo Point Nova is another FPS from the creators of Severed Steel. It's going to have single player and co-op, an open world to explore, and a story that involves ridding a planet of an unwanted mercenary force. After finding yourself trapped in your own dream, explore a world filled with magic and harness the power of the Night Stones to instantly turn day to night. This looks like a classic video game adventure with talking, quest-giving animals, hidden treasure, and lots of abilities to unlock. Enigma of Fear is a paranormal detective story set inside the perimeter, a place that doesn't exist. Investigate clues and search for answers in an open area, all in this pretty dark and unique pixel art style. Roll and ride contraptions, clockwork puzzles, and steampunk stealth await in this puzzle platforming adventure called Mechinus. You play as Cognito, whose duty to maintain the life cycle of this world leads him on an epic journey to the heart of the machine in order to save it. GUNHEAD is a fast-paced roguelike FPS where you take the role of a pirate mech with a gun for a head, looting derelict spaceships filled with monstrous drones made out of bone and steel. Basically, blow a bunch of stuff up in a tangle of neon lights, wires, and metal. Surf Club is a short and intimate narrative-driven story that perfectly captures the vibes of LEGO's Paradisa line from the 90s. Return to your hometown in hopes of rekindling an old relationship in a blend of memories from both the past and the present. And finally, we have The Axis Unseen, a heavy metal horror hunting game. Created by one of the devs who worked on Skyrim and Fallout, this world is filled with bizarre monsters that you'll hunt with a variety of arrow types and journals from those who roamed these lands before you. Thank you all for watching part 5, and I hope you found at least a couple games in here to add to your own wishlist. Mine is getting close to 300 now, and there's no sign that it'll be slowing down anytime soon. So I'll be back with another one of these videos shortly.